Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop, where we introduce you to your future favorite artists today. But today, we're not going to go bars and lyrics. We're going to go words and feeling today. And we're going to give you two people who not only give you the words of the heart, but they give you the feeling of the rhythm and soul when they sing to you or deliver you that good music. Please introduce yourselves to the people.
Yo, I go by the name of Mac 91, man. Wolfpack Alpha. You know what I'm saying?
I go by the name of Kyza Wolf, Wolfpack Omega.
I like that. And first of all, thank you for allowing me to get the interview, y'all. You know?
Man, blessings. I appreciate you even reaching out.
Of course.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to tell you what I like about y'all, and then I'm going to tell y'all why this interview is important. What I like about y'all is the simple fact that y'all never segregated yourselves from the community or the sound that y'all wanted to make. You make sure you in the hood, but you make sure you give the hood soul. I appreciate that 100%. And Kyza already know when I met him at the Hendy Sundays, shout out to Quilla and Hendy Sundays podcast. Make sure you support my sister. When I met you and we talked about you doing music, the one thing I heard in your sound is you try to stay relatively real, but overall felt. Am I correct?
Truth.
And that's why it was important for me
That's
to get
truth
this
at all.
interview. Thank you. So tell the people about yourselves. Introduce yourself as the artist, not as the person doing the art. What makes your music what it is, and what makes it stand out apart from other people trying to do what you do?
I'll let Kyza start with that one.
Basically, with me, I like to see what's going on in the world. But I also like to see what's going on in my life. And if it relates together, I like to speak on it. When it comes to most beats, I like to hear the feeling of it. My melody must match the beat, or I can use that beat. So when I listen to it, I basically go by the key. And while I'm listening to it, the words start to express itself. So when you hear the word Kyza Wolf, you hear a wave. The wave is basically the melody. The wolf is my spirit animal. So when you put a wave with a spirit animal, that's me.
Same thing with you?
You know, when it comes to me, I feel like I have a unique perspective on music because especially as far as a singer, because you know, the way I may approach something as an R&B artist and as an artist in general may not necessarily be how a traditional R&B artist would. You know what I'm saying? As far as like maybe think of Usher, Tyrese, you know, some of our greats. I feel like my perspective on things are different because I grew up a whole lot different than probably, you know, they did. You know, and like Kyza said, you know, as far as the wolf is concerned, you know, I really try to embody that as much as I can, you know, because a wolf can move as a family, a wolf can move solo, you know what I mean? And I try to make sure I represent that in my music the best way I can, whether it be working with different artists, whether it be working with Kyza, whether it be working with, you know, the gang or whatever the case may be. And like you said, I try and stay close to home, but I also try and venture out to show home that there's other things going on, you know what I mean? So I think that that's the perspective that I bring as an artist.
Why the wolf? And we're going to talk about the significance of the wolf. But why the wolf?
Well, on my end, like I said, you know, that resonates with me the most. Because like I said, a wolf can operate through all circumstances. I was actually just talking to somebody about this recently, and I was telling them how, you know, if you pay attention to how a wolf structures and how the pack structures, everybody has a job. You know, they all operate in unison to reach the same goal, and I try and create that in the wolf pack. You know, when I call myself the alpha, that's not to be like the boss of my friends or anything like that. Those are my brothers, but they trust me to, you know, create that path and create the plan, and we all follow that plan. And I trust them to have input and we all work together towards, you know, the same goal. But, you know, that's why I choose the wolf, because work as a family, and, you know, people don't know most lone wolves are former alphas. People don't know that, you know what I mean? So that means they can operate in a pack or by themselves. And I feel like that's how we all should be.
And as he said, basically, as he's the alpha wolf, I'm the omega wolf. The difference between the alpha and the omega, I don't like stuff being given to me. I like to fight for it. I like to go straight for it. If all the odds is against me, guess what? I'm coming with bruises. I'm coming with bruises, no matter what. If I can't handle that mission, well, I'm going to continue until I succeed. The omega is the last. I'm pushing my own wave up.
I feel that. Let's flip this conversation though, because I want to give y'all a little bit more respect in what you're giving yourselves and how you're characterizing yourselves. Are y'all biblically trained spiritual men?
Yes.
So then you know what the wolf symbolizes in the tribes of Israel.
I don't actually. I'm actually interested in hearing this.
Okay, so let's have a lesson. The wolf is symbolized as the tribe of Benjamin. Benjamin were the warriors of the tribes of Israel. One of my favorite people in the Bible's name was Ehud. Ehud is known for stabbing the king in his stomach, and the king was so fat his flesh hid the blade, so they didn't know he was sitting on the throne dead. But Ehud jigged him because the king was disrespectful to the people. So wolves were warriors that not only went out to devour the meat in the morning, they also divided the plunder at night. These were the people who protect and hedge the city or hedge the tribes when it came time to go to war. And if you look at some doctrine like Israelite doctrine, because of the fieriness and bravado, the tribe of Benjamin is said to be the West Indian coaches, because the West Indians would dig up in your ass if you act crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm Bajan, of course.
All right, so come on, talk about it. Let's go. So what I'm saying, when people think about wolves, they think about thieves or they think about deviantness, when as a wolf, spiritually, you are the protector and you are the spear that fights for God's people. What does that mean to you when it comes to context to your music? Not all at once.
You go first. Yeah, I'm here. Wow, that you kind of just, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of blew me away with that one. I like I like that. Dang, what does that mean to me as far as the context to my music? I just think it's the same narrative. Even you know, musically or just in life, I always find myself in a position of leadership, in that position of having to defend and protect and be a warrior. Because even in context of the music, man, we're all fighting for not the same spot, but we all battling, man. We all battling for purpose. You know, it's a music thing. I feel like I think I might be frozen.
You're good. I can hear you.
I think he is.
All right, Kyza, why don't you pick up until he pops back in?
All right, am I frozen? I'm back.
Nah, you good.
You good. You good.
All right. My internet acting crazy, but yeah, I feel like we're all battling, like I said, for a purpose. At least I am. You know what I mean? As far as like in this music thing, you know, we all trying to find ourselves in this. So essentially, you know, like you said, when it comes to the warrior aspect of it and how that resonates, man, I really just feel like, you know, we all out here fighting, man. Well, that's a great. You kind of got me over here stumbling. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a great. I never thought about that. You know what I mean? Like, I resonate that more with life than music. You know, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I resonate that a lot more with life. I always find I could probably speak from that aspect a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I find myself in leadership a lot. I find myself fighting for my kids. You know what I mean? I find myself fighting for family. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the first millionaire in my family to set them up when I'm not here. You know what I mean? I want my kids' to be like, yo, Granddad Mac, that nigga did his thing for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that resonates with me. You know what I mean? I really don't even think about myself. I think about my 2 daughters and their kids. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Genuinely.
So
That's
when
my
you
honest
hear the
opinion.
word, resignate, I'll bring my part in. I think of it as basically when a wolf is fighting for something. Me, everything that's going on in life, everything from top to bottom, it's all into the music. The pain, the hurtness, what you went through, what you successful in, everything comes into one. But while doing that, I think about, okay, I'm putting this as in generational wealth. So if I'm pushing and I'm pushing, I'm going to get to where I got to go. Now, everyone that's with me is coming right with me. Family, friends, group members, we're all family. You know, anyone that been around the Wolfpack knows your family. It's nothing else to it. Your family. We're going to all succeed together. Together we stand, or united we fall, however you want to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as though while life is progressing, our sound progress. And the more we tell, it's the more that comes from what we've been through. Like every time you hear our sound, it is different. I like melodies because of the fact that I can tell you a story, what happened with me through a melody. Now, as it continue to go, you learn different patterns of what I'm trying to speak on. We live in a world where it may be corrupted, but we got to keep pushing forward. We're the protectors.
Yeah.
We got to keep pushing until we show the bright light. The light is at the end of that tunnel. Trials and tribulations, you're going to go through it. We understand that. But either we going to let it stop us or we going to break through that wall.
Okay, so let me build with you some more, because to take my notes for this interview, I didn't want to just go off your music. That's why I went biblical. Because
Yeah. I love that, man.
there's something a little deeper to y'all than you give yourself credit for. The wolf or the Benjamite was the smallest tribe of Israel, but they were the tribe not to be messed with. So from that tribe, you have Ehud, you have the Apostle Paul of the New Testament, you have Queen Esther, you also have King Saul, and those are standout figures. But the one thing about Benjamin was the prophecy at the end of days when it said 12,000 of the Benjamites will have the Holy Spirit and won't get hit with plagues or judgment, that they're going to be the monument that people are going to look to when it comes to what's right or what's going on. So you guys are the lighthouse. Your music is the message that gets people to understand, be aware, and then be involved. How does singing and producing music make sure not only you protect your own, but you're also involved in helping people protect themselves?
Let you speak first, guys.
No problem. The way I look at it is, okay, let's say I drop a song, right? And a lot of people listen to it. And they start to think, I felt this feeling. I know how this feels. This is more encouraging to me that this person understands where I'm coming from. So when I think of my music into the spirituality of what you're speaking on, I think of it as, I know my music is going to catch that one soul that's going to wind up saying, this is what I need to hear. This is enlightening me. This is empowering me.
He must have froze on me.
Yeah.
Well, you pick up until he comes back.
That's, to be honest, man, I have I got a lot to say about that, so kind of, because I've had friends of mine, who have confessed to me
It
they
has
wanted
that
to commit
situation where
suicide.
they can't
There you go.
understand from me. Oh, the internet was unstable. My bad.
Yeah, it
You good,
kind
bro?
of
You
cut you
good?
off, but come on with it.
Want to continue or?
You can go from there.
Okay, go ahead, Kyza. Mac, what you got?
So like I said, man, like I started to say, I'm not gonna put their names out there, but I've had friends, who confessed that they wanted to commit suicide multiple times. You know what I mean? And I noticed that, when I don't know, I don't know, it's just so weird. Like I don't ask for people to gravitate towards, and that's not nothing I ask for. You know what I mean? But when they do, I take on that responsibility of helping just subconsciously. You know what I mean? That just happens subconsciously, and it's hard for me to stop. Sometimes, if I'm being honest, sometimes I feel like, damn, like I want to go somewhere and make some money, go do something else. Not even worry about music. Because music is a task. Like it's hard. It's hard. You got to really have some stamina to keep doing this. But when I got friends expressing to me that they want to commit suicide, but when we make music together, that keeps their mind off that. You know what I mean? Or when we're out doing other things, that keeps their mind off that stuff. Multiple people, it makes it very, very hard for me not to want to keep pursuing and seeing what's at the end of the tunnel because, although I care about recognition from the internet and stuff like that and all that stuff going on, I really make music for my people. You know what I mean? I really make music for my people to resonate with, and that's how I go about it, man. That's what drives me, my people, to be honest.
I like how you put that together because music is from our soul, but we share it to express mental health with other people.
Right.
The reason why I don't like R&B too much is because I can't relate to it,
Yeah.
because a lot of people sing about their own experiences, and I haven't reached a lot of those experiences.
Right.
Because everybody either talks about having sex, getting high, getting cheated on.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's
for
it.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, when you don't have music, hey. Unfortunately, when you don't have music that you can relate to, your soul and your body does not translate those feelings into your being. You see what I'm saying? I wore this shirt just for y'all. Do you know who this is?
That look like Batman Beyond to me.
Nope, it's not Batman Beyond. Do you know who that is?
That's Batman, ain't it?
Kyza?
That's not Batman.
No, Mac. That's not Batman. This is the Red Hood. The Red Hood is important to me because he's the one Robin that died and came back and said that because Batman did not kill the person he killed him, it drove him crazy. So he does all he can to protect others because he's mentally
Oh my God.
damaged. And that's what music does to us. Music is our way to show the world that we acknowledge that we have some damage within us, but we do it in hopes to help others, not only by getting our pain out, but having them a refuge for their pain. Tell me about Mama's Little Baby and how that helps people. That may help people acknowledge pain or even show love in the way they haven't before.
Okay, I'm gonna break down how Mama's Little Baby came about. One day I was sitting in a room, and as I was sitting, I was listening to this instrumental, and I was thinking like Mother's Day was coming up, and I was like, you got to give thanks to the hard work the moms put into it. So basically, I got the feel of the chorus, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna put that many words to the chorus because it speaks for itself when you're listening to it. Then, as I was doing that with the verse, I thought of, okay, everything that happened when I was growing up, how she played a big part in what she used to tell me. So basically, growing up in the urban area, going to middle school, going to high school, my main focus was getting my grades up. That's always used to tell me, make sure you stay out of trouble, get those grades right, and don't let no one make you feel hurt or feel down. Don't let nobody break your character. So I said, okay, I might as well put this all together. And then as that was going on, I had an artist that basically lost their mom, and their mom done everything for them. And I said, I would like his presence to be on this song, which his name is Verbal Artiste. So I said, okay, Verbal Artiste. You know the group called REAL?
Salute to K Poetic, Olive, and everybody
Yeah,
in the spot.
he's their mentor. So basically, I was like, his pain was, and he's very symbolic with his words. So I said, I need someone that can basically break down what happened as well in their own story. After then, I spoke to my brother Mac. I was like, Mac, I'm gonna need you to basically lay something down, make them feel how you feel, make your mom, as in make your mom feel appreciated. He was like, I got you.
Yeah.
And as everything came together, I was like, this is the one. So Mama's Little Baby was more of a thank you for raising us. Thank you for being that person we look up to, that monument, the one that believed in us even on our down days, the
Yeah.
one that lifted us up.
Yeah. So I froze on the question. So I didn't hear the question.
The question was more about Mama's Little Baby, the song.
Okay. Okay.
And how was it for you, yet also for other people, to redirect their emotions and pain or joy as well?
Okay. Based on that song, Mama's Little Baby?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, Mama's Little Baby, real surprised me with that one. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely surprised me with Mama's Little Baby. And originally I didn't even think I was a part of the song till he invited me, and I was like, wow, that's what's up. So, being able to tap into that energy, resonated for me. And being you got some good questions. I like this interview. I like this interview. Definitely. Being able to resonate that energy, man, was man, that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't that's my mom, and just having that thought process. And this is the person who gave me life. This is the person who brought me onto this planet. That's something that I can never, ever, ever. That's something I can't return. That's a favor I can't return. You know what I mean? That's something I can't return. And to be able to express that on a song is still impossible. But I feel like me, Kyza, and Verbal Artiste did the best we could on that song to express our gratitude for that. And as far as resonating with other people, if that's what we say, as far as resonating with other people, man, I feel like that's something that was needed, because, like Kyza said, some people don't even have their moms. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even have their moms. So to be able to touch other people and show them that you need to appreciate these women while they are here.
They're the queens.
You know what I'm saying? They're the queens. It was an honor. It was an honor to be on that song, to show people like, man, we got to appreciate our moms. There's people out here that's beefing with their moms, all kind of crazy stuff. So I feel like that song was important to show people need to appreciate our queens, need to appreciate our creators, appreciate our special people who carried us and brought us into this world when they didn't have to. So that song was definitely something important.
You have one mom in his life. You have to treat her and show her she's giving all her energy. She's then gave you that power to move where you need to be moved to. She put you in that direction where she say, okay, I'm gonna put you here. What's your next step? Your next step is to show her that you're gonna succeed in life. And you're gonna basically tell her thank you. No matter what it is. No matter if you have your good days with your mom, your bad days with your mom. Your mom may aggravate you sometimes, who knows? But at the end of the day, you only have one mom, one queen, and that one person that teaches. She's your teacher. She shows you where you should go and how, if she's seen a mistake that she's done in the past, She's going to tell you about it so you don't make that same mistake. She's going to be that teacher
You
to
just
the
said
day you
something
get.
that made a lot of sense. My bad. I was saying you said something that made a lot of sense, man. Like having success is the great. I feel like it's a great thank you to your mom. You know what I'm trying to say? Like being successful is a thank you to your mom. Doing your best out here is a thank you to your mom. You know what I mean? I think what you just said is amazing. You know, your gratitude is being successful. The opportunity of being on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Because of her and God, utilizing your time here the correct way. I think is
Agreed.
a great ode to your mom. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that.
My mom passed away 4 years ago. And the reason why that song was one of the songs I wanted to focus on for this interview is not the fact that it's a mother son or mother appreciation song. Remember what I told you? A lot of people sing about some stuff I can't relate to.
Agreed.
And the Bible says it's good for you to experience death because it makes you appreciate life and know where you are in relation to God and life. What's your relationship like with the Most High? And the two figures that we have in our lives that symbolize God is your mother and your father. Absent or not, it doesn't matter. Those are the significant figures of God that you have. And it's not until you become a parent that you understand God's pain because you have children and you want the best for them, but they'll get on your nerves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And part of how your parent guides you is to see what you have and to lend your talent to growing into the man or woman who's watching this that you want to become. You have taken your talent that God has given you to vocalize pain, stress, honor, love, intimacy, and yet anger. Like on some wolf shit. Let's keep it real. When Mac had the dreads, he's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
I told you I'm watching y'all. I'm watching. Okay? But what you did was you were able to capture the emotion of the people and translate it through your own pain.
Yeah.
How do you catch the emotion of the society when the society doesn't even know who it is itself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, sorry. I'll attempt. How do you catch the emotion of society? Yeah. Paying attention and being a part of society, honestly. And when I say society, from my perspective of things, what I see around me, whether it be in the hood, whether it be when I come out to PA, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, like that stuff, that's how I capture it being a part of society. Because a lot of times as artists, we tend to isolate ourselves to create. We tend to isolate ourselves and feel like that may be the best way to, I don't know, unlock something that we think is there, you know what I mean? But me personally, I think being a part of society, paying attention to what's going on, whether it be political, whether it be spiritual, because there's a spiritual turn happening in the world right now as well. A lot of people are coming away from traditional religion and creating stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like creating a lot of stuff that may or may not be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. That's very, 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 very dangerous, to be out here doing that. So to answer your question, just being a part of it, paying attention to what's going on, and trying to best capture that in my music the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a part of what's going on out here for the better. Let me say that part. Part of what's going on for the better.
You know what I learned in life? Here's something that we're gonna throw into it. I like to work with the youth. As in, before this interview, I was working, and I'm a director. So I like to work with the youth, and basically, there's a lot of things that go on in the youth. They live in families that some families are there for them, some families are not there for them. And basically, I get to sit there and listen to the stories of what's going on in their life. And as that's going on, certain things I can relate to.
Right.
And as I'm listening to certain students, today I seen a student I ain't seen in 4 years, and they said, "Thank you for helping me practice basketball. I basically was able to join a high school team in basketball." I said, "You're welcome." I said, "Don't thank me, thank God." Now, when I think of the world that's in front of us, there's a lot going on. And you if you don't see what's going on in the world, then you're lost.
Mm.
That, do you know that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow? What you embody in them is what they see for their future. So if you're teaching the youth a better way in life than what they're usually always seeing, they're going to notice it. Now, when it comes into the music, if you put that pain that you learned from them and you learn from yourself and what's been going on and what you see around the world, and you all put it into one, the world may be lost, but that lost soul is going to find that song, and that song is going to touch them.
Yeah. You know what's
That
crazy?
song will touch them into a fact that they won't even notice until it hit them, and they be like, "Now that's what I needed to hear."
Yeah.
And it comes from the youth, because every day we wake up. If you have a child, you should know you are setting your child up for a future that they should be in.
Mm.
You do not want your child to be in the same thing you've been in. So when you look at it, you're like, okay, I've seen this happen before. I do not want my child to go through that. There's a question you ask your child: what do you want to be when you get older? What do you want to see into society? How
And
can you bring life back into your society? Now, while you're making this music and people around it, and they gravitate into it, and they're loving it, now it makes them want to hear more of it. It's like food for knowledge, food for thought, food for knowledge. That food is your knowledge. That food is in your brain,
away from
and that's going to empower you, which makes you a leader.
You brought up something very, very, very important, bro, about having kids. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters, man, and they inspire me to not be outside crazy. You know what I'm saying? They inspire me to be outside crazy because I'm too busy in here teaching them. Oh, shoot, that thing went out.
You good? I can hear you.
You froze for a second.
Yeah, I got you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we got you.
Yeah.
Here we go. But they inspire me to not be outside because I'm too busy in here teaching them. You know what I mean? I'm too busy in here teaching them how to survive this forever changing world. You know what I'm saying? It feel like the planet changing every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So teaching my daughters, and like you said, learning from our kids, because as we teach them, we're learning.
We're learning as well.
Then we're learning how to be a part of the world that they have to grow up in, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the key to what I want to get into with y'all interview, because now I see you pulled it out. That's why these interviews be so good. Because I'm not going to ask you what's your favorite color, who got the hottest song, who you want to date. I'm going to ask you about you, and we're going to talk real life in our interviews.
Yes.
And when you said, so I got excited when you talked about the inspiration. I'm gonna bug you out real quick.
Okay.
Kyza, you got kids yet?
I got 1.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Check this out. Isn't it weird? And Mac, you're gonna know what I'm talking about even more. That you can have one lady give you a child or give you 2, and those children have way different personalities than you, and they have their own understanding of life. Now wait. I'm gonna flip it. Follow me. So when you make a song, depending on the experience of the child that hears the song, they will hear the same song, but hear two different messages. Now let's flip it again, because we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go deeper because I got a song I want to get to y'all. You saw Grateful already out right now. Make sure you buy it. You know what I'm saying? So even with the music that we make, there's people who are gonna compare you. You know, you got the Rod Wave lane, you got the Moray lane. Y'all even got some traces as Nate Dogg in you. Act like you don't. You know what I'm saying? But you got it. But the thing is, ever since Warren G and Regulate, harmony was introduced to hip hop in a way where
that work.
Exactly, right? That was a great album, right? But harmony was introduced to the hood in a way where harmonizing your lyrics became a wave and a vibe that took on a life of its own. And people kind of mistake y'all for being, I can't call y'all hip hop and I can't call y'all R&B. I'm gonna just call y'all real music. And because your style of singing and your style of art is reminiscent of Motown. Did you know that?
I didn't think about that.
Come on, Kyza, talk to me now. First, you buy yourself a shotgun now. You shoot them till they run. That has nothing to do with love. That had to do with somebody getting their heart broken and they want to kill the person who cheated on them.
Yeah.
Think about the Temptations, White Lines. That was about sniffing heroin and cocaine. Think about White Lines from that's Cloud 9. I'm sorry. Think about White Lines from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. That's what crack did to the inner city. They weren't rapping 2 years ago, a friend of mine. No, he said white lines, and they got rhythm behind it. So when people try to criticize your era of music, I tell them shut up, because not only are you putting ageism or gap between understanding the people and the message, you're kind of shutting out the cry for help or understanding that people need as they express their pain. What language of pain does music give, and how do you help people with it?
You know what used to be, you know what's my favorite group? Because I have a favorite song. It's called Ghetto Boys by Mind Playing Tricks on You. You remember that song, right? So you notice that when you're an artist and you listen to it, you're like, wow, there's a lot that's going on in your mind. It can hurt you, it can damage you because you don't know what's going on. But at the same time, it can have you think differently. It can have you express yourself differently. And then as listening to them, I went along and, like you mentioned, the Temptations, the Taviz, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Those are my favorite groups right there. I like the soul. I like music with soul. I like music with melodies. I like music that'll speak to you. See, anybody can rap about what they hear the next person say. Like, someone can use that same rap and change it over and make it something else, and then change it over as the generation changes, as everything changes, that changes too. Right. So when I listen to it, I'm like, hey, not only the beat is nice, you got listening to every word of it. It's like, okay, this is going to help me think more. What have I gone through that they've been through? Mm-hmm. What can I say to someone that's going to be like, there we go. There we go. So the reason why I brought up Ghetto Boys is because I know that song to this day, going to work, I will bump it. Now, going to me, I understand.
I went out on a question
too. Don't get me wrong, even with my music, like some of it has pain in it. Some of it tells me like heartbroken. It's where I'm going. All the pain that I've been through, and everything else that's been gonna watch it. And then I look at everything that's on TV, and I'm like, I understand what I'm doing when I basically do music. And then I would sit right in this chair, I would go on YouTube, and I grab a beat, and then I will find that beat that speaks to me. Once it speak, I'm in the studio. My room is a studio. My studio is an embodiment of me. I'm going to use that art, and then I'm going to use it outside the world. And then I'm going to basically perform it till someone understands where I'm coming from.
Hey, Mac, pick up, man.
Oh, I see him. I always hear everything you say up until the question. And I come back when Kyza talking. I come back when Kyza talking. I heard everything you said, and as soon as you got to the question, I froze.
Well, how about this? Let's give you something just for you. All right? You following me? Because you froze on my screen. You good? Yo, shout out to the internet tonight. The internet is trying to butcher.
It's the thunderstorming. Listen, I learned this. The devil is working
all the time.
But we punching back.
Yeah.
We punching back.
Well, you gotta think about it. It said the devil. It says the devil is the prince of the air. So whatever you speak, that's what he used against you. So we gotta take that into consideration.
Of course.
Mac is pretty froze right now. So everybody that's watching Heritage Hip Hop tonight, this is Karev with Mac 91 and Kyza Wolf. Wolfpack in the house, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this interview, and also give respect to my brothers by getting their music. You can find them on all social media, but we don't believe in streaming on Heritage Hip Hop. We believe in purchasing. So they have some music out. Put your money down and purchase that music and give them that respect, because as you see, if the internet goes down, you don't have that music. Yeah. You don't have that music if you're renting it. You know what I'm saying? So we want everybody to enjoy them, celebrate them, and we want them to flourish. There you go.
Hey. All right. What was the question?
Like I said, we're gonna salute the internet for trying to shut advertisers tonight.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah. I have a different question for you, because Kyza put it eloquently well so far, and I'm gonna say this for you in particular: seeing God. Yeah, because we talk about pain. Let's talk about some pleasure. Let's talk about seeing God. And right. why is that necessary to not only talk about pain, but to also flip it and talk about love and cherishing somebody as well?
I think that am I here?
Yeah, you good. Good.
We can hear you, bro.
Am I here?
Don't tell me you can't hear us.
Hey, Matt.
Uh-oh. There you go. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Seeing God, Matt.
Yo. All right, I'm here. But no, that's very important, man. Everything needs a balance. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Everything needs a balance. I feel like, for a long time when I was making music, originally, I wasn't making music to express myself necessarily. I was making music to escape some stuff. You know what I mean? And sometimes, people go into music looking for a certain type of therapy that doesn't necessarily have to do with hearing about it. Because I don't need to hear you talk about what I'm going through, because I know I'm going through it. I'm listening to this song to escape or join your world for a little bit, to get away from mine. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think that's very important. And I think that people misinterpret, like, the Young Thugs, even the Soldier Boys, and people like that, as like a distraction. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's not a distraction, because there's been times where, how many times you're in the car, you're in a bad mood, and you hear a party song, and that changes your whole vibe. That's a different kind of therapy. You know what I'm saying? That's a unspoken therapy that people don't talk about. People, listen to J. Cole, you listen to Eminem, we listen to, some of these other conscious rappers and musicians, and that's okay, and that's great. We need that, definitely. But we also need that counterbalance of, even some drill rappers. You know what I mean? Because, you get in there, you hear, what Lord Dirk say? Who shy? See, that's my dog. Well, Pooh, I'm really shy. You know what I'm saying? Like, although we know what the song is about, that changes your whole vibe. You was probably thinking about your girl breaking up with you or whatever was going on. But now you in the car talking about Pooh, shy? See, that's a different type of therapy that I feel like is really not recognized. People need to, appreciate that side of things as well. Because although, yeah, we know we're going through stuff, we all going through stuff. Every person on the planet is going through stuff. But there has to be a balance. Even when you go to church, everything is not fire and brimstone every sermon. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that side is important.
So let's flip this one more time, because unfortunately, gentlemen, we get to the end of our interview. Unfortunately, and the internet's killing it, you know what I'm saying?
Killing it.
But I think this is a great interview, and I finally got a chance to really not only talk to you guys, but out of respect, I respect you and your music totally.
Appreciate that.
But I wanted to really build with you, because I think a lot of people talk at our people and we don't allow them to express themselves so we can talk to our people. And music is the one gateway that allows people to be heard.
Right.
What is the one important message you think music has not expressed that you're waiting to hear?
Go ahead, Kyza. I know you guys. I know you. Go ahead.
One thing in music. Whew. Okay. Every song we listen to has a separate message to it. We have good emotions. Some of it have you probably road raging. Some of it probably had you romance, and even somebody wants you having babies. Who knows? But yeah, that one message that I would need to hear is how to escape your demons. That one message is how to escape your demons, because we all got demons in our closet, no matter who it is. Even if you say you don't, you do. It doesn't have to be demons that put you hurting yourself. It can be the past that hasn't left. What's going to help you clear your mind and focus on that pursuit of happiness? What's going to have you think to yourself like, this is needed? Because a lot of people in this world feels pain. We all do. But we always look for something that can cure that pain. But I feel as though in this world, we need that one message that's going to speak. That one message that may be that Malcolm X, that Louis Farrakhan, that may be that person like your mom who basically raised you. That message is the message that's going to help you prosper. That message is going to help you focus on what's ahead and not what's behind, because there's going to be days where you say, okay, I'm done with this past. Well, it come back to you. Trust me, it comes back to you. So when you ask that question, I feel as though it's that what's going to make you prosper ahead and not look back.
For me, I come from a very, very extensive Christian background, if I'm being honest. And I don't necessarily feel like there's not a message being told, but I do feel like there are some messages that are being ignored. And I'm waiting for them to the powers that be to or not even wait for them to do it, just waiting for just like the shift, because the shift always happens in music. It always happens.
Yes.
I'm waiting for people like Mali Music to be a lot more appreciated. People like Bizzle, people like Lecrae, these people who are, Christians, but speak from a perspective of being able to, I feel like they can speak to the youth and adults in a unique way. You know what I'm saying? In a very, very, very unique way that Pooh Shiesty, Dirk, and people like of that caliber cannot. You know, so I'm waiting for that message to be recognized. To be honest with you, and that's something I would like to hear more of.
Lecrae and Bizzle. Those are
I
two
basically heard
names.
this song.
Okay.
I think his name Deidre. He's a Christian artist, but
Going out.
it was called I could have been dead, living in my grave, but God blessed me to see another day.
Yeah.
Those two lines right there was eye waking for me.
That message is
It
important.
awoke. That's what that message right there. It speaks what you're going through. You could have been dead, but something stopped it.
You talk about music on how to fight your demons. You ask
Yeah.
me, there you go. Hello, good morning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it right there.
I mean, after experiencing the COVID phenomenon, if we don't take full advantage of the time we have and flip it into something more than inner city murder, inner city sex crimes, celebrating unintelligence, and being slaves to sexual desire, we have taken our talents and buried them. And that's the one thing that God talked about in the Bible when he said, you lazy, wicked servant, you took what I gave you and did nothing with it. And I think Mac 91 and Kyza Wolf, as a matter of fact, I thank them for not taking their talent and just burying them and doing nothing with it. So can you give everybody your social media so we can have some fun before we get out of here, or this thing, thunderstorm knocks us out?
Definitely. Yo, follow me on IG at Wolfpack with 2 C's _Mac. The same on TikTok. My TikTok kind of witty low key. Wolfpack with 2 C's _Mac, man. Follow me, and I'm very friendly, despite what you may think. You know what I'm saying? I respond, and now that's what it is. So appreciate you for sure.
Make sure you follow me on IG at the real Kyza Wolf. TheRealKyzawolf.
All right. So with that being said, gentlemen, I wish we could talk a little longer because this storm is really messing us up. But y'all not getting off the hook. We're going to play the rapid fire questions. The rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions to show your understanding of music, culture, and yourself, as well as the world that you service. So here's my first question. Kyza, you're going to answer first. Matt going to answer second on every question. What song or album from another person's catalog perfectly describes you?
Wow, that one. Sam Cooke's A Change Gonna Come.
I would say dang, I can't think of his name, but it's called Searched All Over. Searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and
Nobody's greater. Nobody's greater. Nobody's greater than you.
To be honest, that may surprise a lot of people.
Not my cup of tea. I don't know. So, you know
that's crazy, man. Really, that's the gospel right there. Get real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's all good, man. It's all good. My next question is this: R&B moves the spirit and the soul, while hip hop moves the vibe and the inner child. What does your music move?
My music moves the soul and the vibe. My music is more about soul and bringing a vibe into it. Like I said, Kyza is the name Kyza is a vibe. So my music will be a vibe. And as I speak into it, I like melodies that can hit the soul. I like melodies that can basically have you think. Mac? Frozen?
Definitely. I would say my music alters. I would say my music alters the soul, the soul and energy. I feel like I'm very, very energy shifting. Sure.
All right. It's time for some lyrics. Y'all ready? I'm not a singer, so I'm not going to sing. I'm going to read the lyric to you, and you tell me what it means to you.
Okay.
Flying high in the friendly sky without leaving the ground. Rest of the folks are tired and weary and have laid their bodies down. I go to the place where danger awaits and is bound to forsake me. So stupid-minded, but I go crazy when I can't find it. In the morning, I'll be all right, my friends. Soon the night will bring the pains again. Talk to me.
Wow. The way I see that is no matter what's in front of you, no matter where you're at, you're always ready for what's coming your way. That's as simple as I can put it. You're ready for whatever comes your way because you know very well that you was put on this earth for a reason. You have a special anointing in your life. It's going to help you. It's going to get you where you got to go. You're going to have trials and tribulations that's going to hit you. It's going to push you 5 feet back, but you better be able to go 10 steps ahead.
To me, based on that, it sounds like although that sounds a little harsh, but although, you know, death is inevitable, we need to appreciate. Oh snap! Am I here? All right. There we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Although, because you said the rest of the folks are tired and have laid their bodies in the ground. Although death is inevitable, we are still here. And we need to appreciate this because we still have a purpose. We still have something to do here. And that high without leaving the ground is, I feel like, the excitement and the pursuit of where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
That's like saying you live in a dark world and go to meet the light.
Right.
That song was about a drug addict talking about how he's a slave to getting high. That song is by Marvin Gaye. It's called Sad Tomorrows. Check that out sometime. One of my favorite songs.
Will do.
And,
I will do.
And that song, like I said, he's talking about pain. You know, Prodigy did the same thing in the HNIC album, So Much Pain, when he talked about having sickle cell. You know, I mean, pain is what fuels hip hop, but understanding pain and overcoming pain can also fuel R&B as well. That's like, I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. She talking about getting over pain and finding love. You know what I'm saying? My question to you is, if there was one song that you could sing to show the world you're happy or alive or you're free, what song would it be?
Shoot.
Oh man.
I got one. I'll be home in a new day. Got me thinking about you so much, about to change a nigga name to a cool babe.
Hey.
Malo mocha latte, I just need a sip of your love and I'm cool, babe. My Caribbean dream, wave your flag as when I step in the room, babe. I just wanna feel your love. Rain down on me. I feel good when I sing that. I ain't even gonna lie.
Sounds. That's a Mac 91 special. Mine is basically Tupac, I Get Around.
Okay. You slaying people. At the pool party. All right, I got you. All right, gentlemen, I thank you for this interview. We get to the last question. Like I said, the internet's kind of messing up this interview, so I had about 35 minutes of questions more for you. You know? Yeah, I took notes. Look, I got notes. Look. Notes.
Maybe we can try this again one day when we get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, look, this was great because everybody watching, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, follow them, get their music, and make sure we build this New Jersey hip hop thing the right way. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been trying to get this interview. I've been doing heritage hip hop on the books now for about like 4 years. I think I took like 2 or 3 years to get this interview. It was worth the wait. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
Hey man, y'all got an open door whenever y'all ready. So I think Mac froze. We're gonna wait for Mac. Mac, you there? All right, he there. All right, here we go. So here's the last question. 500 years from now, when they go to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame and they see Kyza Wolf and Mac 91 on the wall, and they want to know who y'all are, and they push that red button, and your hologram comes out, and people hear your music, you're gonna be introduced to 5 centuries in the future. You're gonna be introduced 5 centuries in the future to new ears. My most important question to the first interview is this: what is the legacy that you leave behind that made the world better because you made music?
That no matter what generation is going forth, that they will be able to understand what we went through and what we've been through. Because that's most important, because as generations go down, as our children goes down and down and down, music, our children, our daughters is going to basically probably play that to their children and then to their children. And then knowing that, this may be a, what they say, that YouTube may be something different in the future, 500 years down. And people may want to be like, oh, someone used to tell me about this song, and then click it and be like, they're listening to it and they're basically saying, wow, I wish that they were still alive so I can thank them. I can thank him. I can thank them. Because at the end of the day, the way we look at things is basically we're giving them a feeling that we felt. And we know from 500 years from now that someone or a group of people is going to have that same feeling.
Yeah.
They're going to have that same feeling, and they're going to want to listen to something, and they're going to be like, thank you. They're right there. Thank you.
Definitely. I heard the question this time too. As far as the legacy that we want to leave behind, man. Honestly, go hard. That legacy I want to leave behind is go hard at everything you do, and really just go hard at everything you do in spite of anything, in spite of any struggle, in spite of any wall that you may see. I'm a firm believer in, God doesn't put anything on you that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And I feel like life, you know what I'm saying? I feel like life is about endurance. All of us go through a mental struggle at a time or two in our life. All of us go through financial struggle. All of us go through emotional shit. There's no struggle on this planet that we all haven't gone through at some point in time, and life is about endurance. So that's what I want to leave behind. Endurance. Stick it out.
The most beautiful thing about a wolf, ladies and gentlemen, is that wolves are majestic. That while people always focus on the ferocity of a wolf is an animal of culture, it's an animal of spirituality, and most importantly, it's an animal of domain. Because one thing about wolves is if you mess with one, you have another one right behind you. And with these two gentlemen, you get one song, but you don't know you got something else coming right behind it. And when they get together, the pack is running. Hello. So with that being said, endure, support, and always look for the truth. Because more importantly, when you're moral, you don't have to worry about who's around you, because as a wolf, you're always protected. This is Karev, a Heritage Hip Hop with Mac 91 and Kyza Wolf. These are my brothers right here. So now, and y'all see how dope this interview was, so y'all know what is real. So with that being said, we say peace, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.
No.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.